I'm Gino from Resource, and we're working on what we believe is the next evolution of the carbon offset. Yeah, so to start off, does anybody here know how you can reduce emissions? Like personally, what can you do to reduce emissions? Drive less? Bike more. Grow trees. Plant trees. Yes, plant trees. Planting trees is one of the most popular ways of reducing emissions, but there's a problem with it. It's because you're planting trees. Each tree is different, so they're hard to measure. So they're hard to quantify the emissions reductions from these trees, and it's hard to standardize, which means it's easy to fake. And that's why if you're at all familiar with the carbon market, there are a lot of scams out there. But what we're doing different and how we're going to fix this problem is instead of using trees, we're going to use rooftop solar on the homes of people like yourself, or at place where you work. Any building really can have rooftop solar on it. And what we do is we take the renewable energy data from those rooftop solar systems. Basically, these are records of the energy you've produced over a certain period of time. And just like what John Murphy from BioStream was saying earlier, these records are not of interest to you and me, but they are of interest to companies like Shell that have yearly emissions reductions targets. So we take this data and then we monetize it by turning it into carbon offsets, selling it to Shell, and then returning the money back to the people who own the solar. And this makes us, this makes us different because we both meet the criteria for high quality offsets, and we also have community-based co-benefits, and we extend into more offset impacts in the UN SDG goals. And this is something that does not exist currently in the offset market. Like, we are the first, if not in Alberta, then globally, I hope. And this is our potential market, going off of the number of small solar systems in Alberta. And by 2030, we're seeing an opportunity of 71 million just in Alberta alone, assuming that the number of small solar systems does not go up in the next 8 years, which is impossible. It's going to go up, right? Because people are getting solar every day. What we're doing right now is we're launching a solar pilot offset project. So on the left, that's basically the people with solar and people who install solar that we're working with. Of note here is Neo Energy. They do renewable energy projects for Indigenous communities. And we're doing a project with the United Church of Canada where they're retrofitting 300 churches in Alberta, and we're going to help them create offsets. And on the right side are the people who are interested in buying these offsets from these solar panels. So we're doing that. And this is our team, wonderful team. Of note here is Gordon Howell. If you know Gordon Howell, he's the first person in Western Canada to ever have rooftop solar on a building, which is his house. He did it in like 95, I think. And yeah, this slide is outdated. We're going to launch our pilot. So we're going to do that. And if you guys are interested in participating in the pilot with us, if you have solar or you're interested in getting solar, we can help you finance that by generating carbon offsets with your solar and making you money. So that's it. Thank you.
Great. Can you start by telling us, how did you come up with this idea? What drew you to it? Why start this company?
Good question. So I'll be honest with you, it was a bunch of Googling, like a lot of Google. We were looking for opportunities in what's the word, transactive energy. Because we believe a big part of the future is going to be renewable energy and integrating renewable energy with our day-to-day lives. And then we found out about carbon offsets, and we saw an opportunity. There are lots of people out there saying that carbon offsets are going to explode and become a big thing. But we wanted to take that and also not just make it about emissions reductions, but really a carbon offset should not just fix pollution, but should also fix everything else around that. So the communities, the types of people these offsets benefit, not just big companies trying to, reduce emissions, but also the communities that are affected by these emissions.
Yeah. Awesome. So you mentioned the slide was out of date, but when I saw it in advance, I was curious, what is 141 kWs? What does that mean to the average person? Does that mean number of panels, what does that mean for the newbies here, including myself?
Yeah, you can, so kW is kilowatts and 141 is kilowatt sort of capacity. Essentially it's the number of panels, but measured by capacity of the panels, like how much power they can generate. That was the metric we were going by, but we're launching the solar now, so we're good with that. So yeah, we're basically what we're looking for now is just people who want to get offset revenue for their solar to hop onto the pilot with us if you're interested, or if you just want to chat, you can use a QR code and we can talk about offsets and all that. If you're
awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.